the same, man. I stay myself, I never change, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dirty soul, they treat me like a stain, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah, yeah, yeah. Rolling from the cradle to the grave, yeah, yeah, yeah. Falling too fast to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody's...
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Rivers' Raiders going up against Carr's Jaguars.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And the Jacksonville Jaguars. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Carr now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bailey. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Jags grab it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's It's another first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
6-9-6-18. Get down.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 57 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bailey. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete.
Yeah, and this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And Robinson with a big catch. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. Looking deep for Gabriel. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they try the right side here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Miles Jack in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
He's going to look deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see The offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock. We're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. He got 29 yards that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Back to throw here. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Carl try it again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now Carr. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
All right, here we go. Back to that Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Hurry up. Here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Hill with it over the middle. A good pickup there, a 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle, it doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And his kick is right through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you get
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
On the move to his left. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down to Hatch's time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go!
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. The Raiders on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be third and a mile. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Fielded at the 43. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. On second down, here's Carr. Caught out left side by Robinson. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Doug Marrone can only shake his head. His guys are turned away. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more? Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board. Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here. And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there. You think that factored in? I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy. Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set. Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there. Card out of throw and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So 2nd and 10 here. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Miles Jack in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. And the Titans really stretching things out now as they've scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
All right, here we go. No.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And some room to maneuver. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them. And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They're going to look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So they're operating in the red zone.
Watch it now. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Jack able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Carr to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Williams in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Now Carr throwing on second down. Flush to his right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
The play clock's running down, and he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Play clock winding down. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And a short gain here down to the 22. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
The fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And it was the Steelers that came away victorious there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Now a handoff here to his running back. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And a give this time to the tailback. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Carr. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they'll run it on the toss. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Oakland, it was